Hello, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to the Red Zone Faction podcast. To welcome everybody to the first show. I'm your host, Scott Wilson. We will be discussing Jalen Hurts tonight, the true freshman quarterback at Alabama. Later on in the podcast, we'll talk a little bit about the NFL and my picks for this week, as well as things happening within the NFL that I may or may not agree with. But like I said, tonight we're going to be talking about Jalen Hurts. The podcast overall will be predominantly football, mainly college and the NFL, along with my co-host Dustin Peanut McBride. We'll be discussing a little fantasy football as well, due to the fact that our name does come from the Red Zone Faction Fantasy Football League, which you can visit at www.theredzonefaction.com to catch up on what's going on in that league each and every day. But tonight, Jalen Hurts, true freshman quarterback, Alabama. I got a lot to say about this kid. This kid, Channelview High School, Texas. This time last year, he was playing high school football. And, he comes out, first play he's ever in college football. He botches a read zone play, lost a fumble. And any other true freshman would have folded under pressure. And, the game would have been uphill from there. The same game, he turns it around, and for a total of 4 touchdowns. He'd fumble again a couple games later against Ole Miss to start the game. And of course, he'd regroup and turned a 3-play, 50-yard scoring drive, 37 seconds. He finished with 147 rushing yards, leading the Crimson Tide to a 43 win over the Rebels. Hurts is redefining what a true freshman can accomplish at Alabama. Jalen never seems to get rattled by a mistake. He just claps it off and moves on to the next play. That was a quote from former quarterback Greg McElroy. No true freshman quarterback is in Alabama has ever done this, especially under Nick Saban, and it's just a remarkable accomplishment. It says a lot about Jalen Hurts and Nick Saban. Also found out something else today. I was doing a little bit of reading, and I read that no true freshman in the 82-year history of the SEC, is a true freshman ever won the conference. We're staring at it. It's right here in front of us. He could very well make history this year. So definitely pulling for that. The closest one to ever come to it was Eric Ainge, 2004, Tennessee. Got all the way to the SEC championship game and lost. It's been, it's been on the brink of happening. It's just never happened. So something else I saw today, a good stat, that only 2 quarterbacks this season have at least 6 rushes for 20-plus yards and 8 passes of 40-plus yards. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. Good company, right? Hurts is on pace for a 3,000-yard passing and 1,000-yard rushing this season. It's a true freshman at Alabama. It's just it's remarkable. I just can't say enough about it. Hurts also has a 63.5% passer rating up to this point. That record by a true freshman, the record is held by for true freshman is held by Casey Clausen from 2000, Tennessee Volunteer, at 62.4, so he's on par to beat that as well. I just can't say enough about Jalen Hurts. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NFL, some of the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we'll be back in just a minute. All the